That's good. That's orange hoodie. Too late to be wearing for that. If I came in this, I was wearing for everything. This is just a plain sock.
I have like the North Face yellow, and I cannot wear that.
Yeah, like it's too bold of a colour. Where's mine, man?
You need this to get out of the toilet, man.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, what?
No, I just literally slap it on the table and that. Yeah, bro, it's a mission. It's a mission navigating this place. Yeah. Thank you for coming down, though, man.
It's alright, man. This is proper. How much is the studio then? What, have you rented it all day or like?
Nah, just from 2 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
How expensive is this?
120 for the whole thing. So it's not even that.
It's not too bad, you know. What's that?
I thought it was gonna be crazy.
30 an hour?
Yeah, around that.
That's what most of them are, to be fair.
Yeah.
This
So
is proper,
I think it's £50 for 2 hours, but you need if you want to film here, it's £10 surcharge, which makes sense.
Do they provide any of the film stuff or not?
They can, yeah. So we could use them, but I reckon that's a mad price tag on top because those cameras do look hench.
No, it's nice because I use a studio that's like £30, but it doesn't have lights, which is the annoying thing.
How long till you start?
Oh, literally like
2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, safe for.
But yeah, like place I use doesn't have a screen, doesn't have these lights. Like I filmed in it the other week and it was just like it was nice, but it's just like I'm editing a video and I'm like, there's so much shadows, there's no light.
Yeah.
It's jarring.
Shadows is just underrated. Like it's an underrated stress. I can't lie. You don't really take it in, but then when you actually,
it's just a bit hefty to bring yourself like a big light.
Yeah.
It's not like a camera that you can just hold. Like
even that, like you brought all the way from Southampton, innit? So shout out to you.
What camera is it?
This one is I don't really know.
I think I have that one, you know, but in black.
M50 Mark II.
Yeah, that's the one I got, but in black.
It's like really compact.
Yeah.
It's really good. I was between
Films are good quality though. Does film it in good quality.
Yeah, nice. It's proper.
Yeah.
It's actually a photo camera.
Yeah.
It does both.
Well, you got to have the storage on the phone. I want to use my phone as like a backup camera, but
storage.
Zero
that's
storage.
the only reason I
want
wouldn't
to
use my phone.
Life on there just to
crazy.
Yeah. Because Spotify is just killing me right now.
Bro,
is it?
How big is
your
Spotify?
16 gig on Spotify memory, bro. It's crazy.
No, you definitely got more in it. You definitely got more.
Yeah, I have to like choose which playlist I download and undownload based on like how much memory I got.
Because some plays I don't listen to when I'm out. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like them calm ones, I don't really play them if I'm walking around and that. You get me? Or out and about. Let me check my memory. You got Spotify though?
Yeah.
Oh, calm. Can I ask you about your raps?
Yeah.
Because the raps is causing hella talking points and everything. Like, everyone's going mad. How much minutes did you get on your Spotify raps?
It was 35,000, which like last 2 years I've been like 60,000, 70,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't carry it when you're offline or something.
I feel like I think it's the month before it starts. Before they do it. Yeah.
October. Yeah. It's like January to October because there's never any Christmas.
I had 100 one year and I had 77 this year.
I know. So I don't find like chomp. No way did that half the amount of music I listen to. So.
Yeah, but I only got 25,000. I felt like a rookie, bro.
I know. I'm like, how can I be preaching music?
25.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But I just put it down to
20 of that's Potter as well for.
So
for him, for you it is, yeah.
Literally, G.
Oh, you ready, Nurio?
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Alright, cool. Oh, so what do you call you? BTB Max or just Max?
Max.
Cool.
It's recording, yeah.
Okay.
And then I think he's just gonna pattern it.
Okay.
What time is it? Calm. All right, we're back again, man. It's episode 47, I believe. 47, man. It's another week for you lot. And yeah, man, today we're here with none other than BTB Max, bro. Thank you for coming down,
guys. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem. Thanks for coming down. How are you, man? You good?
I'm all blessed, man. Just doing the Christmas shopping and all the last minute stress. I've just clocked this next week, so yeah, it's a bit
I know. It's like everyone's saying the same
I've got a big family
thing
as well. I'm one of 6, so like
that's a lot of gifts.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of money as well, but it's like I'm slowly ticking them all off. So yeah, it's good, man.
It's good. How are you juggling the Christmas season with content, making it?
It's one of them ones. It's like you want to like rap, like calm down and just chill, but at the same time, there's all the like end of year, like what's my song of the year, what's my artist, all that sort of content that I'm like I need to bring out. So and then obviously some rappers are dropping Christmas songs now, or like the Sidemen are and stuff. So it's like. Yeah, there's always content, man. There's never really a day off of it. But
there isn't. Guys will drop on Christmas Day, literally. That's like
I think it's either Daily Duppy or like some platforms literally have like special editions on Christmas Day.
Like
snow
some people are out here like on Christmas Day on YouTube as normal.
It's true. You got a big family. Christmas is just really Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. But I'm sure on Boxing Day, whatever, I'll be watching all the content anyway. So yeah, it's like there's no day off really. Like obviously music normally slows down in winter, but not in our scene.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. Ever since COVID, it's like the music went rapido, like just
literally.
everywhere. Everyone's just dropping because it's like, you know what? I can make music from my bedroom. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like when someone drops an album, like Little Sim's album, I've yet to take it in because there's just so much like singles
so much,
and other stuff dropping.
yeah.
Even
There's
the
a lot going
Stormzy
on.
album, I'm still like fully listening to it front to back because I normally like listen to the first half and then it's like
It's hard, man. When there's like 5 people dropping albums on the same day, it's like, where do I begin?
Run
Who
your
do
race.
I start?
But if you're a content creator, they want your take on it.
I think with content as well, it's best to be fast. Like, so if Central C drops a song, if I drop a reaction that same day, it's going to do numbers. I'll still do numbers the next day, but it'll get less and like and so on and so on. So it's like, when you make the content, you got to drop it out fast. But yeah, it's difficult. Like sometimes something big will happen and I might just be out. Yeah. And I come home and everyone's in my comments like, why aren't you reacting to this yet?
Or just you're doing your thing in it, like you before content creation. You're a human being.
How dare you not react to Central?
Yeah, where you been, man?
How dare you not consider art?
Let me go out one night. Let me enjoy myself.
Do you find that people do forget that, like that you are a human being before BTB Max?
It's a weird one because obviously like I could be going out and it could still technically be work. So last night I was out at Kick Games Christmas party. So I was technically working, like I was networking and chatting to people and stuff, but I'm also trying to have fun. It's like it's a toss up, and it's like I'm always in my like business hat when I'm there. But like when I'm chilling with my friends and stuff, it's like no, I want to just relax, like if I'm on holiday or something. But even still, like because of the nature of the work, it's not like I go into office. Like I was on holiday with my friends the other week, and I had to do a promo video for Spotify. And I was just like to my boys, like, yo, can you just be quiet? Like, give me 2 minutes and just chat to the phone. It's like it's quite awkward, but it's like I gotta work, man.
It's sick.
That's crazy. So tell me how did it start?
How did it start? It's funny because I've been making content like since 2017, but it started off me and my boy were doing fitness content. And so the BTB stood for Become the Biggest Big Man. And like we used to make gym content in like on Instagram just for our friends. And then I started doing like throughout uni, I then started doing like some mental health content 'cause I was aware like people struggle at uni, man. Like especially guys, they struggle and they don't talk about it. So it's like, you know what, I'm comfortable on camera, let me just chat about it. So that's when I like morphed it to like become the best, so it's sort of all encompassing. Everything you do is just trying to become.
What kind of content was it? Like
I was literally just like talking about my own stories and like ways that I like try and help look after my mental health, and I was preaching that on Instagram. And then it was in the lockdown, so like I was doing both this content for years, like from 2017 to 2020. I was doing this content like regularly, and then it was in 2020 I jumped on TikTok and I saw some of my other content creators from like Instagram or YouTube, like just friends that, you know, no following, just blow on TikTok, and I'm like, wow, okay, there's something here on the TikTok app. And it was probably literally about 2 years ago this sort of time that I started doing music content on TikTok, and it started to just do really well.
Why music?
That's crazy, man.
Because I've always been a fan. Like even if you look at like my old fitness videos, I'm playing grime music over the top of it. Like even in mental health stuff, I was showing videos of Kano in an interview as like inspiration. So I've always just been a massive fan of UK rap. Like always went to.
I thought you were gonna say you were playing grime in front of the mental health campaign.
Nah. But even still though, like some of the like messages in some deeper songs, I was explaining that. So I was still talking about music. Like music was always there because it's just been a part of me. And it's like, well, I'm like an established content creator. I make content every day, and I'm a massive fan of music. Like, why don't I just do it? And ever since I did it on TikTok, I realized no one was quite doing it, and people were really interested in it. So I was like, sort of lightheartedly talking about music, giving my honest reviews, honest opinions, talking about some of my favorite music, and it just felt so natural. It's like if I'm gonna make content every day, it's so much easier to just chat about music than it is to go gym and film this, that, the other. And I was like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be a personal trainer, and that was more of just a hobby. But with the music stuff, I'm like, wow, I can actually make a career from talking about something I just genuinely am a massive fan of.
You know, one thing I found mad surprising was when you were talking about you made over 2,400 videos. Yeah, boy. That's crazy.
So I hit 100K in October, which was like such a sort of overwhelming number. Because I remember, appreciate it, man. So I remember like the days when I was on Instagram, I was doing it for about 2 years before I even hit 1,000 followers, and I was like, and I have like more than 1,000 on my personal page. It was like I'm still like trying to battle myself in that sense, but it was like I've worked so hard, and then obviously TikTok, you can actually see like some benefits from it with the numbers. And I was like, let me just figure out. So I saw how many videos I done on TikTok, and obviously Instagram, I told you how many posts you done. So I went on the fitness page, the mental health page, my YouTube channel. I just added them all up, and I was like, wow, over my entire life I've done 2,400 plus now, probably 2,500 videos now. And it's crazy, innit, when you think of it like that. But it's like, it's just discipline for me, innit? Like I've since 2017 I've been making content.
But there's certain artists who haven't even got that many songs in the vault. It's
It's
crazy.
a big number. Like
Yeah.
the more I think about it, I'm like, that is actually
It's a
wild.
lot, bro.
That number.
Yeah.
But if you love it, you don't even know. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I don't think that's why you said it doesn't deep with it until you add it together because you're just
I'm
thinking,
like,
I'm
wow,
just doing
that
it.
is-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not
so
talking about your passion, innit? It doesn't
I
feel
know.
like you're putting in any.
I know, and I kind of use it like sometimes I'll have a video and it just doesn't slap like I wanted it to or something, and I'll be annoyed. I'm like, hang on a minute, like this is video 1 of like 2,000.
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
means
yeah.
nothing. It could
Yeah.
be obviously any video you drop could be like the video that makes you viral, whatever.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like there was in my sort of like proper come up, like in the first year, I was making sort of like 3 videos a day about rap. And like it was doing well. I guess on average, if you drop that many videos in a week, you're gonna get numbers.
Yeah.
But if you drop in that many, so it's just sort of like my discipline and my work rate. It's funny now I'm trying to make less videos but better ones.
I hear that.
But even still, like if I've got a lot to say, I'll just drop the videos. I'm not really one to like hold on to content. I just want it out there. Cause
You're quite
It's
opinionated.
good, man.
yeah, and also like you say, there's so much coming out that it's like
Yeah.
I can't hold on to a video about Central C's latest song because I like it's irrelevant next week when he's dropped another song, or you know, like you gotta just keep voicing your opinion. And sometimes I don't have an opinion as well. Sometimes someone say, "Oh, what do you think of this project?" I'm like, I don't really care. Like I might like the artist, I might not like the artist, I might not care. Like sometimes you don't have an opinion, but when you do, I might as well voice it.
So who's got like when this person drops, who's got the highest demand to get the video out?
It's odd because obviously like my platform's TikTok, so anything Central C does, people will respond.
Oh, eat it up, bro.
If I talk about him, people will love what I say, people will hate what I say because
Yeah.
there's just so much Central C fans on my page.
That's crazy.
When Stormzy dropped like Mel Made Me Do It, obviously Stormzy's not really spoken about too much on TikTok because he's not been about really for like the last 2 years when TikTok's been a thing. But because it was such a big moment in the scene, everyone was like, yo, like we need, because everyone's talking about it. So there's a toss up. Same with Dave. If Dave dropped something, I have to say something about it. And I have got an opinion on Dave. But then obviously rappers like Kano, Gets, Wretch, like people that I genuinely love, people aren't demanding it. But if I have something to say, because I genuinely am massive fans of those guys, some people will listen and have an opinion on it.
I think that's how you get that cult following in it, because you really are talking about music that people, like real music fans, actually fuck with, innit?
Yeah, so it's like a toss-up of like, obviously what I know will do well, like if Central C does something, obviously I'm not a massive Central C fan, so it's not like, I don't care too much about if he drops a song that I don't like, but if people want to hear my opinion, I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'm not scared. I'm not like scared to say if I don't like it.
But I think it's refreshing that, say, because you're not a big fan of him, they see your opinion. It's like it's someone you're like not an alien to it, but you're not
a bit
every day.
neutral, a bit
Well,
distant.
neutral, that's the
It's
word.
like
So
it'll
when
be
you
a
take
lot
A lot
of
of
it
people are
in,
biased, I think.
Yeah,
A lot of people
biased.
are blinded by their bias as well. So sometimes like people will be like, oh, why are you hating on it? I'm like, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not actually hating. I'm just explaining that I don't like this element and that's it's not actually that clever.
But the era we're in, it's like if you say you don't like something, you're hating.
You're a hater.
Yeah, some of the comment sections are wild. I know, quite fun. Like if you listen to yourself from it, it's quite funny. Like looking at it, like people beefing each other in my comment section. Like,
Is that something that you had to like? It probably no one comes out the womb like this, innit? But is that something that you've had to get over? Like getting, just how do you react to hate comments?
it's weird. Like I was chatting to someone about this the other day because I was chatting literally yesterday actually. Someone who like doesn't show their face on camera, and I was like, "But is that something you want to do?" He's like, "Kinda, but like, I don't know. I don't want people to say this, that, the other about me." I'm like, "But like, at the end of the day, like." If it gets to you, then don't read the comments. Or like, so sometimes if I'm having just a bad day, I'll stay away from my comments, because if you see a bad one, it can get to you, and you're like, oh man, I was looking for a good comment. But then if I'm having a great day, if a video's doing numbers, if it's doing bits, and I read the comments, I find it funny. It's like, oh, you don't know anything about, because a lot of people like to assume, so like, oh, why is this white boy talking like that? I'm like, but you don't know anything about me, so like it's funny that you assume I'm from Surrey, or like I don't know. I always get like similar sort of hate comments, but it's like
and TikTok, they can't DM you though, innit, if you don't follow them.
They can't DM you, so it's only in my comment section. So it's sometimes like someone's like DM me on Instagram being like, yo, you pissed me off for what you said, I'm gonna find
that's
you.
on them, innit? Like,
and then I was like, say nothing, I just reported you, by the way, like have a nice day.
Because what are you really proving?
Exactly. So it's like obviously hate comments, they can get to you, like no one's like, well, probably get to you a little bit.
No, everyone's a human.
Everyone.
Everyone.
But it's like, imagine if you're watching a video and you decide to say something like horrible about the person on TikTok as well. A TikTok where you're designed to literally just keep doing that. Like if you don't like something, I just scroll. So imagine if you've actually taken the time to watch the video, comment something horrible. That just probably says something about you more than it says anything about me. Like
exactly.
So it's just like I try not to take it too
and I think
personally.
A lot of things, if you focus on like your positive, because you seem like you have an overwhelming support rather than hate. So if
literally.
you focus on that, if you focus on the hate so much, you're kind of neglecting the people that actually F with you. You get what I'm saying?
And to be fair, sometimes what I do love is like I'll sometimes like go through my comments, like some of my older videos or something, and someone might say something hateful, but then someone else would be like, nah, like, and back me up.
Someone else is backing me. You don't even know.
Like, right, this random guy doesn't know me. He's backing me here. Like, it's nice.
Sick. So, it kind of cancels out the hate.
Literally, it's like actually a nicer feeling. So it's like, and then at the end of the day, these are literally just words on the screen. So it's like trying not to take it too serious. But obviously, it can get to you sometimes. Isn't it?
Yeah, of course, man. We're all humans, you know.
So who are you like really like feeling right now? Like, what albums are you
musically?
Yeah.
Freedom. Well, like I said, I was still taking in Stormzy, still taking in Sims. So I can't even be like, I love these albums just yet. Right now, Tiggs the Author's tape.
Bro, I'm so glad you said that. Not enough people are talking about that tape.
No one talks about Tiggs the Author like this. Like, I properly rate this guy.
Yeah,
like,
G.
He's just like, any feature he jumps on, like, all his songs are nines.
It's crazy,
Bang.
bro. Yeah, man. Honestly, I think him and Kylie, like, it's between them two on a hook. They're
serious talent. Like, no one else quite like them. And I just love this tape because it's him doing his thing, and he's got lots of different artists, different rappers, different singers on there, and it's just such a musical, but like there's so much music. It's not just like synthetic beats and stuff. It's like literally properly nice. I'm loving his stuff right now. Meeks' project really impressed me. Like that was like Meeks has had a really good year, I think, and that seriously.
I think he's now time to people to include him in conversations now. Now that he's got two projects behind him now, people can say, you know what? He's here, like he's on that upper echelon of rap now.
Proper
UK
serious
rap.
tape. He's not done anything like he's not dropped like 20 track tape. He's dropped, I don't even know, there might be like 9 or 10.
But I like that.
Yeah, but each one is actually
exactly. So each one is cold, and he's only got 2 features, and those features are Dave and Central C. Like, are you crazy? Like that is serious business. And like knowing that Dave just properly rates him as well is also a good coach.
You can rap, you know. You can actually rap.
I
remember I listened to
Meeks,
Meeks
he takes so much effort into his videos, and that is such a big thing.
It's like the video. Yeah, he's in a helicopter on one of his videos.
Yeah, bro.
And then also just like the publicity around it. He's not done loads, but even like I watched a Chicken Chop Day and he's come with like he's got a personality as well. So like he's kind of ticking all the boxes. So I'm really excited for Meeks at the moment. Like that tape.
That's a real artist.
I like when guys nowadays are now shortening the length of their projects because in this attention span generation as well, I feel like I don't know why guys don't do it more often. Like shorten the like a 7
EPs for a minute. Unless you got like a proper album. Because even like I mean I don't listen to DBE, but the fact that they drop 28 track projects, that puts me off because it's like, especially when your music sounds so similar. Like, how are you going to keep me engaged?
I feel like it worked for an odd one-off. Do it for a one-off, I'd say. PTSD, I think it worked.
But, gee, like, I can't remember a lot of those songs on there, innit?
I can. There's a good... Darling,
there's a couple bangers, but like a lot of them we're forgetting, innit? But you see, for example, More Fire 2, like, you will remember 90% of the songs on that tape.
And I think it's got a nice structure as well. The way it's got the 2 OCD rhythms back to back. Like it's got a nice structure with it.
My argument for the artists that make longer tapes is like you kind of going into their world. Like you're in DBE world right now. So it's like you hop in
like an hour straight.
And
if you're a super fan, you know what I'm saying?
Because Clavish hasn't dropped a tape yet. But he's dropping a 28. Wait, is it 28 track album?
28, yeah.
That feels crazy. So I'm like, because I like Clavish and I think he's got like a lot to him.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see where this goes. But
I think there's a lot that we don't know. He hasn't spoken about yet. I think he does. He shows us what he wants to show us. So I think maybe we're gonna learn loads about Clavish.
So I'm going into that with an open mind. But the fact that it's 28 tracks, I'm a little bit skeptical. But we'll see. I'll give him that.
It threw me though.
As soon as I see that, I do kind of get like,
because most rappers drop like tape album, but he's just gone like one tape.
It's an EP,
straight for the
massive album. Like it's interesting, but again, I like him. He's not disappointed yet, so I'm gonna go into it with an open mind. Like,
I like it. I like that he doesn't drop a lot though. Clavish. I think after that one, this new tape coming out, we won't hear from him for like another year.
We were literally talking about this on the last episode. I think that's a good thing, innit? I think that's a good thing. That you go and you just live life in it and just get some experience.
Unless the album flops, then I think he needs to. But even still, like you say, he'll probably have exhausted himself right in 28 tracks.
Yeah, after 28 songs, what more can you give for
it? I think that's why Central C's got such good release rate because he only drops like singles or even like 4-track things. Like it's interesting though.
He's worked perfectly with this new TikTok generation. And ironically,
nailing it. Like.
Ironically, he didn't even do it for TikTok in the beginning. But now that it's like he's grown and TikTok's grown hand in hand, and it's like them two just collided and just made a force. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of TikTok, man, one of the things that really did shock me was obviously you got 100k on TikTok, over 100k on TikTok, and you got countless number of likes and views in it. But then when I went to your Instagram to message you, you had at that time 900 followers, right?
I know, man.
It's crazy. Like, do you find it difficult and kind of mad that like you can't? It's so hard to get people from one platform onto another.
Yeah, it's one of them ones that Instagram as an app is so confused right now as well, because they don't know if they're a shop, if they're TikTok, if they're posting pictures of your friends. So Instagram as an app are confused. But I've now started to treat Instagram like TikTok. So if I drop a TikTok, I'm gonna drop an Instagram reel. I'm gonna drop a YouTube short. So like, because I might as well, like, if they are trying to boost their algorithm so it is like TikTok, I might as well capitalize on it. But it is confusing because, you know, if you follow my TikTok, you want to watch my videos. So you probably don't care if I drop a picture of my birthday or like, you know. So it's interesting. But yeah, it's definitely, I think I want to grow my followings across platform. That's one of my bigger goals for next year. Obviously, I want TikTok to be the bread and butter still, but I want to put more effort into growing YouTube and Insta, because I think the way brands see things, some brands are quite behind in that they don't see TikTok as what it is. Yeah. And they value sort of Instagram and YouTube clout as well more than TikTok. So it's like, if I can have, you know, build those followers as well, then it will be nice. It will add some validity to my name and whatever. But TikTok's still my bread and butter. And like the way the algorithm works and the way people's attitudes are, people don't care like how many people you follow. As Instagram, people care about their ratios and stuff. It's weird, man.
How many likes they get.
TikTok numbers are just...
They hide the like count on things.
Yeah.
I think just don't do that, innit? Like, just firm it, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, you don't get that on TikTok, but Instagram you do. So that's why I don't care too much about my numbers on Insta. Like, for example, you need to DM me, you can get to me on Insta, but on TikTok, you can't. You have to probably spam my comments for me to follow you back so you can message me. So it's important to have the Instagram, and like, I am starting to treat it like TikTok is like, if you're going to boost the algorithm, might as well benefit from it. But I'm not too stressed about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that. No, that's true. I mean, what was your idea? What was the reason behind your idea of going into the streets and interviewing people about music and stuff? Because you're finished the lyric challenge.
So essentially, some of my goals, like, I can make videos in my bedroom. Like, that's established. I can make good videos. I can chat about whatever comfortably in my bedroom. Yeah. But one of my goals is to become more of a personality. It's not just to be a music reviewer or have an opinion. I want to like be a personality, be able to interview artists. Is definitely something I want to get into. Yeah. Being able to chat to the fans and see what they want. So I think it's just that next step of establishing me as a personality as opposed to just my opinion on music. So I want to go into the public and chat to people, because those videos where you can really get across that people's personality.
Those videos are jokes. I can't
and they do so well. It's mad because I really hate stepping on the street and stopping people and be like, please don't my video. Like, I hate that. But once I've got them and once I'm chatting to them, it's great. It's so beneficial. Like, the videos do so well. Yeah. So it's like, it's something I kind of have to do, and it's one of them ones that I'm aware. I have this mindset of like, I hate doing something, but I know it's beneficial. I make myself do it. So I'm really literally like shouting my friends every weekend, like, yo, you can film for me live. I need to. So I'm trying to get loads more of that, because those videos do well.
And what do you need to do that? Just need like an iPhone.
Literally, I've got a camera in my bag, and I've now like. So again, I started with just a camera, and then I was using my phone as a microphone, literally just voice recording and like doing this. Yeah. And now I've got a proper microphone that I plugged into my camera. Because I'm trying to just level it up and stuff. Yeah, so, man. Yeah, like, but you can do it. Like, since a lot of people DM me being like, "How do you do the mic thing?" I see you, and I just told them, and now I see a lot of people doing it. It's quite nice that other people are seeing this as a way to grow. But for me, I want to do that almost like every week. But I mean, I don't want to, but I feel like I need to do it in order to like grow as myself as a personality, and like the content as well gets numbers.
Yeah, to be a personality, because I'm saying like, this is the future. Dermot O'Leary's or the future Index, like obviously
I always say it's Harry Panera as someone that
Harry Panera, really when young Philly and Harry Panera. But I'm saying they're the future though as well. Yeah, I'm saying that.
Well, we're seeing them on Channel 4 now all the time.
Channel 4, I'm saying, but growing up, those the presenters we thought those are the personalities. You know what I'm saying? Alan Carr and them people there. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you could be the next presenter, like, if you push what I'm saying. So
and that's what I'm trying to. I'm sort of got that in mind that, you know, people start going to realizing. We need TikTokers, and then I want to be the first guy that you think of, like slightly music, slightly TikTok, cool, me.
Because that's the new people. That's what the kids are really tuned into.
Yeah. So
I saw this guy. Sorry to cut you. Shout out Steps. You know Steps.
Yeah, I love Steps.
I saw him on the news.
Like you. Yeah, he's on BBC News.
Yeah,
what was he on the news for?
Just shouting out like his journey.
Wow. I
To
mean,
be fair,
Steps
that
is-
tune was going crazy.
But
Not even
Steps
a
is, like,
tune,
one
it
of the
was
biggest
a
artists
TikTok.
on TikTok as well. Like,
Yeah.
of like I don't know, one of the biggest artists. Like, I saw a ranking, like I see Steps number 1, Ed Sheeran or someone like number 2. It's like,
Yo, that's crazy.
He
That's
mashed
crazy.
up
He is
TikTok. Yeah,
killing
bro.
it.
That's
man.
crazy.
He's killing
Killing
it.
it.
I rate Steps so
And
much.
he's
His
young
content
as
is so
well.
funny.
Yeah, Steps is jokes, bro. Yeah.
It's just a kid, man. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
to see, but yeah.
No,
I
it's
rate it.
sick.
But
man.
he's-
It's proper sick.
People like you, him, they're the new presenters. Like,
That's what I'm trying to.
saying.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to be. Like I'm in that name. Like you're talking about who's the next one. I'm just trying to make sort of certify myself in that.
And do you know what? That kind of content, there's always new there's always scope for new things because music is always dropping. There's always new, guess the lyric challenges, guess the ending challenges. It's sick. It's proper sick,
I'm
man.
trying to get creative with it, and like, yeah, it's something I'm still trying to learn because even when I edit my videos, I'm like, I was a bit uncomfortable there. I needed to.
But
just
you
be
learn.
A bit warmer.
You-
But I'm
yeah.
learning, so it's
Yeah.
like the same way I said I've done 2,400 videos of me in my fucking bedroom.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
You learn
cool.
as you go.
If I do,
100%.
if I'm in the street every single week filming,
100%.
then when Link Up TV be like, yo, we want you to do it, I know I'm good.
You know-
Whereas
yeah,
if they hit me
exactly.
up now, I'd still be a bit nervous.
Yeah.
But I want to just know that I'm good, know I'm comfy, know the best way to approach people, know the best way to get the best content
Yeah.
from them. So it's like, yeah, I know I'm not perfect at it, but which is why, like I say, I hate it, do it more, get better at it. So that's that's my sort of one of my big goals for next year as well.
Strong mentality.
Yeah.
It's sort of like now I work full time. I'm sort of seeing it as like, in this life I can work full time for 40 years, or I can work on
Invest.
my side hustle until that becomes my full time, and then it doesn't even feel like full time. So it's like I'd much rather, and now I've seen that you can make money from it as well. Much rather pursue this career.
Yeah, man.
Much
Yeah.
rather.
100%.
100%, man. It's good. It's good. And I think it's the UK scene. What a time to do it. Like it's
Yeah,
growing.
I know.
It's
Exactly.
growing, you know what I'm saying?
I'm lucky in that the UK scene's so hot right now, and I think it always will be now. Like, I don't.
Yeah, but
It's only
it's
going to
here
get
now.
hotter.
Yeah.
It's
for sure.
here now. It's here
For
now.
sure.
Definitely. I mean, the US is starting to look over. Central Sea's definitely making a lot of people
Yeah,
look
that's
over.
crazy as
Do you
well.
see academics posting them more frequently and
global
stuff? It's
scope,
crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
And whether we like it or not to say we're big in the US, but US is like
Yeah.
Champions League of rap.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
the
yeah,
origin.
yeah. They've been
Like,
doing
you know
it for a
what I'm
lot
saying? It's a
longer
big
than we
deal
have.
when they
Well, I
look
mean, like,
over.
yeah. So I
Not
started,
that we're
like,
doing it for them, but
Yeah, I started getting
Yeah.
into music in like the 2013 onwards when like grime was like coming back, and I think the big reason why grime was coming back was because the UK was sort of finding their own sound again, because everyone was sort of, a lot of the rappers we knew were sort of the pop ones, or even like trying to
true.
be like the US rappers, and suddenly
Yeah.
it was like, nah, this is our sound. Let's make this music, and that's why I just
Yeah.
properly loved it,
'Cause
because
all
being
our-
from London, hearing all these
Yeah.
London rappers rapping what they've known, like
because we
just-
had the Nines and Potters, but they were all underground. They were like cult heroes where they were from. But now you got, I think 2013, 14, Stormzy emerged.
yeah.
You had Jay Huss emerged, Mo
Yeah.
Stack emerged. It was a great time, man.
Yeah,
It was a
what
great
time you had that Afro swing era? Like,
How old
yeah.
are you?
I'm 24, just turned 24.
Oh, so you definitely were around in that era, like
Yeah,
when
yeah,
Stormzy came over, like Stormzy blew up out of nowhere.
Literally, I remember seeing
It's
it's funny. I remember seeing Skepta JME sell out. That's one of the first concerts I went to. Skepta JME sold out Brixton Academy, which is local to me.
Yeah.
But like they had Section Boys, Stormzy, Novelist, Cass is Dead, with all the support acts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love
So I
Section.
said that would be a whole festival if I saw it right now. That's a whole like main stage lineup, and I just saw it in Brixton Academy, and like even just seeing Stormzy then to like. I saw him at the O2 this
Stormzy
year,
now,
seeing
yeah.
him win.
I want to go to the Stormzy's concert, but you know what I rate about that era there, yeah, like the ones that came up, they were like the last set of people that as a collective, they really would, they just love rap. Like Stormzy,
literally.
that's why I can always rate him, whether I listen to him now or not. I've watched Stormzy go on every cypher,
Yeah.
on every feature, treat it like a sport and a
Yeah.
passion and that. Like I've
Yeah.
richly, so I was like, when I see him, I'm like, you deserve that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do
Like,
you know what? So
proper
many
work.
guys actually do that. They've done countless freestyles all across the country in it. Like I'm gonna keep mentioning Potter, but not even just Potter in it. All these guys, these OGs, have been doing that literally like it's a sport in it. Like you're saying, just on freestyle
But that
platforms,
era
just
though.
spitting for free.
But
Yeah,
now
yeah,
it's different now. Now you can blow up off a viral thing, and
I
it's
know, now
there's
you can
good
blow
and
up on
bad in that.
TikTok.
yeah.
It's different. Like,
And I can't knock
managed
them.
to,
That's their journey. I can't knock it. Do you know what I'm saying? I just remember
Yeah.
back then,
Different
like,
market.
it was a
man.
mad,
That's
different
what-
market.
That's something I'd say. Like, I see a lot of live music, and I love. Like, I feel like music is so much better, or just so different seeing it perform live.
Yeah.
But I do think like the older generation of rappers are so much better performers because their come up was. We're in a room full of
had to be
people.
good.
Someone's playing a beat and there's one mic.
Yeah.
When I grab that mic, I better be the
I
best.
need to. Yes, exactly.
Because nowadays, like, you could be massive and you might not have ever performed live. It's just
Yeah.
what TikTok's blown. So it's
Yeah.
like, obviously that's the way the music's changed.
But you skip that train, skip that boot camp.
So like I saw, no disrespect to Heady One, but I saw him headline a festival this year. I love Heady One's music so much. I'd never seen him live before. I'd seen him come out on other people's shows. And he just wasn't a headline act, you know, there wasn't the energy there or like the
stage presence, you mean?
Yeah, and it was like, I know if Stormzy or Skepta or Kano had that spot, they're lighting it up. So it's like, I feel like there needs to be some work done there. And any like up and coming rappers that I like chat to, one of the things I do say is like, perform anywhere you can, like no matter who's there, just practice. Shelling down every time you spit your bars.
Literally, just do so many open mics and shit that you just do for free. And a shout out to LD and RBS. I don't know if you know about them, but they you must have heard about them, innit? They put on just proper sick events in it, and just have like some real undiscovered, untapped talent on there, innit? And gee, some of the performances, they had a show at Peckham Audio, innit? Some of the performances were crazy.
Really?
Crazy. So yeah, man, literally, like you're saying, I think artists nowadays definitely need to just grind in it and take it back to the old school and be inspired by them guys that literally used to just fight over the mic and just shell.
Literally. But you know what it is? Would this audience, the current mainstream audience, accept guys that go to open mics and are willing to perform with no crowd and willing to just... Because now guys like that, rap fans fall in love with the image, I say more now. They always did, but now it's like more so. The image now is like, I'm too cool for this. And it's like, they don't want you to show that you're trying now. It's weird. Like, I can't... Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they don't want you to show that I love music. Now, I don't even hear guys say, like, I'm going to kill this verse on a track.
I
like,
know.
When do you hear that now from a mainstream guy? Not the underground. I'm saying the mainstream guys. Like, when do you hear, like, yo, every time I rap, I kill a verse? Like, back then, Stormzy was talking like that.
I know.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
I think it's interesting. Like, I feel like whatever's like the realest music does always emerge on top somehow. There's a lot of like when grime came back up, there was that era of like rappers trying to do pop and no one quite felt it. Then when Skepta went back to grime or whatever, that came to the top. Then like there was the Afro swing era. Then there was the drill era, and that was when drill was like 6, 7. Them man like rapping the realness. Nowadays drill is very much pop.
It's washed, man.
But that's why
there's still the drill there though. But it's just not.
It's sort of washed by these sort of sample drill. Like you can't even call that a drill song. Because it's got some 808s and whatever. But then now I feel like real rap, like your Pot Paper, your Rimsey, your Nines, people properly taking that in. So I feel like it does balance out in the end. But obviously you do have to deal with these weird periods or transitions.
Drill's in a weird place right now. I will say that.
I think even Mimi, the music blogger, she said she posted a tweet. She got a lot of hate for it, but I think she wasn't wrong in it. She said, drill was dying, what's the next sound?
Yeah.
But do you think drill is dying though? Because I feel like
the essence of drill
sample drill is dying. No one wants to hear that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
I don't think it is. Central C.
I think Central C just revived it a little bit.
Central C's revived it a little bit, but I'm saying
I wouldn't call it drill. It's just
I couldn't really call it drill, but I think it's the sound is drill. But I would say it's more.
Pop.
See, plugged-ins are still getting loads of millions of views. Like, I don't know if drill is dying.
But we had this episode in it. What is drill? Is it the beat or is it what you're talking about?
It's
on the
like
beat?
It's funny. I had a chat with I don't know if you know Manga Saint Hilaire, the rapper.
Grime
rapper. I had a chat with him about grime, and he was saying grime isn't the BPM, grime isn't the rapper, grime isn't like it's the whole culture of it. And I think drill has that in its like own capacity. Yeah. Because grime and drill are very similar. Like
I changed how I think it was the beat as well.
It's like same tempo of the BPM. Yeah. So you can, it depends how you look at it. You could say that's a drill beat or that's a drill rapper or that's a drill song. But I guess the whole essence of it really like essentially what are you chatting about? Are you chatting violence or realness or a combination? Because I don't know, like it's when you're hearing Central C chatting about girls and like heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's not drill.
Doing things like that's not drill.
Drill
right?
is right,
but it's
not. You know, I used to think. That's why I'm contradicting, but I have to say, like, I used to think drill was like about the beat and that, but now it's true because I say if a madness happens between two gangs in drill, God forbid it happens, but if a madness happens and they make a song about it, 1 million views easy. So how's drill dead?
Like no matter how that song sounds like, it's a drill song.
It's a drill song, and it could be even kind of rubbish, but it will get 1 million views because it's a diss track towards. And it's most
likely to be crud, like they're chatting crud. So they could probably do it on a grime beat, but it's a drill song. You know what I mean? But it more likely will be on a drill beat.
So it's like it's drill dead now.
I think as genres get bigger, that's where these lines get washed a bit. Because at the time when grime was coming up, originally it was grime rappers on grime beats spitting grime bars, and then obviously different kind of beats started to come in, and they started
the
like
dubstep stuff coming in.
Like they were calling Stormzy a grime artist when he's doing Blinded by Your Grace, and you're
He's
like,
not a grime artist.
So it's like he's obviously come up from grime, and you can still say there's grime songs, but like people just started to slap labels and everything, and I think they're doing that with drill now because it's so big. You're like, that's drill, and it's like, wait a second, like maybe it's a drill beat. Like there's lines.
Like you said, the point you made is when genres get bigger, lines do get blurred.
Yeah,
because more people want to enter it now. Yeah, and that's fair enough. It's music, it's creative. Literally, you know what I'm saying. But more people want to enter it.
I think that comes also down to like having just people from the culture in positions of, for example, like on Spotify, innit? There's literally I was looking at this on the way here, the Spotify playlist, UK grime. Hang on, let me pull it up for the camera, innit? But I just thought it was funny, innit? One of the first tracks on there, definitely, it's not even grime, innit? Hang on, let's find it. So, Shut Down by Skepta's the first song. Okay, cool.
Makes sense.
Clash, Dave and Stormzy. Is that really?
That's a questionable one because people are like, is it grime? Is it drill?
That's not grime.
I don't know. It could be a grimy beat.
Nah, that's the
more drilly,
drill.
To be honest. Yeah, I'd say that's more
it's not
drilly,
a drill song, though, I don't think.
Doja Central C.
That's
really,
not grime.
Yeah,
no
really.
Way, that's grime.
Upthought by Pounds.
That's
you
drill.
kidding?
That's an old song.
Drill sound.
There is a lot of things on here that are drill in it, but like, come on, you really gonna put Doja on there?
No,
it's just getting washed.
Grime for people. A lot when
call it UK rap. That's why I say I do UK rap
rap
content, because even people like to call me the grime guy, and obviously grime is like the genre that I love and the most and come up on. Like I'll chat. You don't hear too much grime anymore, so I'll chat UK rap. I'll chat
a lot of people that emerged as grime because I think the first guys to emerge off that new era
into the mainstream was grime.
So grime. So Skepta, J and me, that's not me. Grime. So anyone that looks like them, sounds like them, it's grime.
Yeah, it was that, and nowadays it's drill. Like,
nowadays it's drill. It's like, hold on a sec, we're not grime, but the drill came because of and drill really. The only reason why a lot of people remember drill is because of the whole newspaper thing about it. Like they were trying to ban it, and I think that's
the
why
10-11 thing.
That's why drill became drill is its own thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened now. 10-11. Like you said,
man.
Yeah,
that was crazy. At one point, they had to post their videos on Pornhub. And
did they actually?
Yeah, bro.
No way.
And they had to post the 10-11 crib session on Pornhub as well.
Oh my
crazy.
days!
If you want to watch that,
I should know who found that out. I should know who found that out. Someone found that out.
Westwood into the search bar, innit, and then the rest was history, innit? Literally.
That's what I'm saying there.
Oh my days!
Literally.
Yeah, it's mad though. It's mad. It just shows you how the UK. It's so much memorable moments in the UK scene that we take for granted, but it's so in house. The outsiders probably won't know about it. That's just the little isms and schisms that goes on in it.
Yeah, and I think that Central C's bridging that gap now. I think he's becoming more universally like.
Why do you think Central C is out of everyone?
I think the way he raps, like, for example, I use Doja as a good example. Think of the first bar. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. Like, think how many UK slang words you could chuck in. For homophobic, for bitch, for gay. So many. Yeah. And he's very clever, and he chooses words that everyone, like, even if you don't know that much English, you know what he said. Yeah. So it's the beat. Obviously, is like the sample that everyone
beat.
Like obviously lyrical Lemonade bringing them in.
Yeah.
But even like with his European stuff, like on his is it Wild West or 23? But one of his EPs he dropped, he's got quite a lot of like European artists on there. And I just normally skip them songs. So I'm like, I don't really know what they're saying. But that now gives them the capacity to go to France and have a song that's gonna shut it down.
Yeah, but Eurovision is a banger.
I was in France 2 weeks ago, and I was taxi driver was driving me, and he was like, Central C. I said,
that's crazy.
And he's playing the song, Central C song with some French brother. And I was like, bro,
it's mad.
Like, this is mad.
I think those songs don't go noticed in the UK too much because like we don't care. We'd rather listen to.
But in Paris,
think of them. Their
perspective. And all them places, they're going crazy. Like, we know Central C because he done a song with our guy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like Heady One's really big in Paris, and it's like we don't really song with Cobella Day and stuff. We're like, it's a good song, but we're not gonna bang it. Whereas they're like, oh my gosh, who's this?
Who's this English guy talking French, our language? Like, it's crazy.
As a consumer, we gotta get in the mindset of not everything's gonna be for us.
Yeah, and I think we need to be aware of that.
You'll be at peace with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to take that in. Yeah. Like, it's not always made for us. Like, even though he's like a London rapper, the world wanna hear him. So he's.
I remember when Heady One made this tape with Fred.
Yeah.
I took it personal. I took it personal. I was like, raw, like, why are you doing this?
I rated it highly.
I see it now. I see the vision.
Because he was in jail when he like wrote that, and he was obviously being in jail, and like the music he'd released before it was more drill. Obviously he'd done like the music and road, so it was like he was started transition away from the drill sound, but he was a drill rapper at that point. He come out and he's singing. he's now an artist. He's no longer a drill rapper.
Yeah.
So, and I think that was, and then we took a big step. Obviously, Fred Again's own sound. I rate that tape so highly.
I rate it, bro.
because it's such a like risky move.
I like charades. I love that charade.
Yeah,
song.
I love the
banger,
whole.
bro.
I love the whole tape. I can't.
Yeah,
lie.
and Gang as well. People hated on that one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, no, I rate it. I rate it
That's
highly.
the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was like, well, at the time,
Everyone
I
was
was
just
like, why?
surprised.
Yeah, I was
Everyone was
surprised.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now I'm old. I'm like, you know what? I know why he done that because there's some people like you two that say, you know what, that was a hard tape and it's a different sound. Now look, he's expanded himself.
And now
Yeah,
whatever he
exactly.
drops next, he
Yeah.
can do whatever
Exactly,
he
and
wants
I think
because
things
he's-
like that
because
would
he's already done it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, you
It's the
can
same
do
with
whatever
J
you want.
Hus, not in that it's controversial, but like whenever I hear like, which is a long time ago now, but when J Hus was dropping features, I was always surprised by it because you just don't know what J Hus you're gonna get.
Yeah.
He might just be on a hook, he might be killing a verse, like he might be selling for something, like you don't know what you're gonna get. But I like that in that
So
there's
would you
you're full of
say?
surprises.
Would you say J Hus is? I don't want to compare, but let's just say for the sake of the argument, J Hus is better than Stormzy.
Ooh, I don't think J Hus will make as like a not complete, but like a mature album as Stormzy. Although we're yet to see, he's been away for a long time.
Yeah.
Should
I
be
think
dropping
this
an album
could be.
next year.
Yeah.
I have intel that he is, but I've also been hearing this for like a year now. So
Yeah.
he's got an album ready to drop.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. I would say J Hus is pretty like more musically talented than Stormzy. Like I think
Fair,
because he can do it all. But Stormzy is definitely showing versatility.
Stormzy, don't wrong. I'm not because that Stormzy's tape album. I heard it and it was actually really some of the stuff he's talking about.
Yeah, and
It's
I think
from the heart. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, I think this is like probably the most mature album in rap.
Yeah.
You can't even
Oh.
even call it a rap
But
album.
with
Like.
J Hus, he gives me the conscious, thoughtful, sad, but he makes me bop.
Yeah, I think that's where J
It makes
Hus
me
is
bop.
so
You get what I'm
talented.
saying?
Yeah,
Like, he
because
can
it's stuff that you can
actually-
listen to in the club in a place where you're doing no thinking, but you're
like-
still.
There's bag of man that can give you
Deep in
15-minute podcast tracks and that. Yeah, they're talking about
yeah.
talking about the world and destruction and that. But can
he
you make me
do it.
bop? It's
Literally,
that simple,
like
yeah.
I can't. Big Conspiracy is like one of them albums that like is
Amazing album, man.
with zero promo, like with number
Yeah.
one, no video. Like I think that album's
And it's kind of timeless, but the replay value on that album's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you could still bang any one of those tracks today. And it's-
Yeah.
And even what he's saying, how you gonna run the world? You can
Can't
even
even
run your
run
life.
yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
gee,
bro.
no,
Bro,
like,
that
no,
song is
no.
one of my favorite J Hus songs.
Yeah,
Literally,
bro.
Time. Like he's spitting some realness. Yeah, I think looking at all aspects, I would say J Hus
yeah,
better than Stormzy.
but
man.
I would understand why someone says Stormzy because he does like them production. Like if you're
I
into
think
the church music,
Stormzy
gospel
has,
music,
yeah, I think Stormzy's matured a lot, which we can obviously hear in the album, but also matured in that he knows there's some things he can't do, but he can bring in someone to do it better, like the production, like the singing, or he's because he's Stormzy as well. He can pull like even on the song "This Is What I Mean." He's got Miss Banks just to do a little bit,
Yeah,
like
like just a
literally just a
little
tiny bit, and it's
season
almost
out.
in the background.
Yeah,
It's not in the verse,
season
but
out.
it just works so well. And
Yeah.
like he's Stormzy, he can get Miss Banks just to do that. Like it's crazy.
that's probably my favorite song on the tape. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
Black
same.
Sheriff bit at the end. He does some madness at the end.
Yeah.
of Black Sheriff. I was
Yeah,
like,
no, I
hard.
think that song's so cold. But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
album's
yeah.
sick from Stormzy. But
So
yeah.
what do you think about people saying Stormzy's making too much heartbreak music?
Like I watched his Louis Through thing. I've watched him
I
on
did,
like
yeah.
Jonathan Ross. He's done a lot of promo for this album. And once you understand where he was at when he made this album and that he wasn't trying to do anything for anyone other than himself. He literally, and again, because he's Stormzy, he can do this. He was in like a massive house in the middle of nowhere with loads of people and they all made this album. Like, so he was just in like the perfect, he was very much at peace when he made this album and he was just saying what he wants to say. So if he wants to make heartbreak music, that's because he's heartbroken. And you know
Yeah.
what? Like,
He's allowed to do that.
he's
bro.
allowed to
more
do
than
it,
entitled
exactly.
to do that.
Exactly. I think it's a bit mad how much of it is heartbreak, but now we realize, you know what? If I lost my Jammer, I would probably feel the same way. You know what I mean?
Literally, bro.
You know what I mean?
But I feel
Literally.
like, people don't know what they want to hear. Because everyone's like, I want
Yeah.
Wicked Scareman Stormzy. Do you, as a 20-plus-year-old man, do you want to hear Big for Your Boots?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
Do you want to
I would want to hear it on the album, but at the same time, we can't expect 28-year-old Stormzy, who's done like headline Glastonbury, he's done
Yeah,
Heavy
yeah,
as the Head,
yeah,
so he's
yeah.
already like transitioned away to suddenly come in his like Wicked Scareman hat and just
Yeah, I
shout.
don't-
Like, obviously he has the ability to do that as a rapper, and it would sound sick, but that's
He's
just
grown
not his
up, bro.
realness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Grown
It'll
up,
feel,
yeah.
it'll feel
No.
forced.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally.
It will feel forced. I don't want to hear you talking about Kickman's face with a boot. Like, end of
Yeah,
the day,
it's like if there's a way you can do it in your realness, then cool. But it's like that's not his reality right
Mel
now.
made me do
Yeah.
it was a cool way of getting that boisterous energy.
Yeah,
and
I
keeping
think
it
you're right.
mature.
Yeah,
That
right.
was a
It
cool
wasn't.
balance.
It wasn't like a bad man energy. It was like a, I'm a rich, like I've made it kind of energy.
That's a
innit?
Yeah.
great.
It was
It's
different.
a steady
Big Mike,
transition.
yeah.
You're still
Yeah.
boisterous. You're still cocky, but you're in a more
Yeah,
mature
I think
space.
there's ways of like channeling them parts of you as a rapper and an artist into your new music. And obviously no one wants to see, as much as people say, oh, we missed the old you, or we missed that, no one wants to hear the same song twice. So
like, miss the old, they miss the nostalgia, they miss the memories with it.
Yeah. But it's like, you know what, you've got, them songs are still there. You want to listen to them, you can go back and listen to them. But I think, you know, it's nice to see rappers evolve. Sometimes I do miss, like, you know, the Afro swing era I really miss. But again, it's like, where's J Hus? Like, where's Mostak? Like, these men are gone.
Where is Mostak, bro?
He had a banger the other day that called Can't Forgive. That song's hard. I won't lie.
He's dropped like 2-3 bangers this year, but he's
was it Liar Liar? Was it called?
Liar Liar was way back. Fake. The one he dropped this year.
Yeah.
Which had like kind of old school. It was
nice,
but again, it was still new enough. But again, like people want to hear the same song twice until they hear it and they're like, oh, it was like, you know.
Sometimes so you got to follow yourself.
And that's what I like what Stormzy's done with this album, because he's not done it for anyone. He's done it for himself. And you know what? Like that's the most true music you can make, and you can't fault him for it. Like.
Make it for yourself. But there's always gonna be people that rock with it that don't come out on social media, that are just listening to music in their room.
I know, that's the thing. And when you're that big, you're always gonna have an amount of support and you're always gonna have an amount of hate.
Of course, with anything.
And when you have that, you might as well just do what you want. And that's what he's done, so I respect it.
Yeah, and it's a mature thing, because if I can sit down with like my mom, for example, and listen to certain songs that she can take from it.
Bro, my mom sent me Hide and Seek by Stormzy. She said this is one of my favourite songs right now. And I find that crazy.
I know, I love it when like, Stormzy's like that level when like, he's a household name now.
I think
that's huge. And again, so when you're this big, can he really chat about boot a man in the head? It's like you can't do that.
You don't want to hear that. Like,
my mom ain't gonna like that.
I got a bag of guys on the hood in drill, doing drill videos, making that. So I want to go. I'll just go to them for it. I got
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
See, Drake does it well. He says, I got XYZ and he'll do this for me.
I don't even like when Drake does it though.
I find, I do find that cringe, because it's like, bro, you are a £1 business.
Like
billion.
You're literally Drake. That there's no way.
Bro.
But obviously Drake's one of them ones where he's also walking the line of the world's biggest pop star, and that he needs to make what's popping as well. So like when he made Juicy Slide, it's like, you don't need to make a TikTok song, but you are because you're like, you need to be what's popping. So it's like, Drake, and I think Central C walks that line.
Are you a Drake fan, did you say?
I am in that, like, because he makes good music, like his songs and that, like when they come in the club, you dance, you sit like whatever. I'm not one to like be like, oh my gosh, I need to listen to a Drake album. Like I'll listen to it, I'll take it in, but I don't really care too much, you know. Like some people like proper diehard Drake fans.
Plenty of guys that'll do that for you, don't worry.
Yeah, it's like I listen to Drake enough without actively listening to him, you know what I mean? Like I just hear him everywhere. So it's like when he drops, like, I listen to the 21 Savage album and whatever, and I was like, you know what? Whatever songs bang from this, I'll hear again. Like I'll listen to it once, I'll be like, oh, I like that one, but I don't care too much. And then the bangers rise to the top from other people. So
What other? Okay, he's not US, but what American guys do you like?
Yeah, a lot of people talk to me about American rap actually, because they sort of say like, oh, do you not like UK? And I do like American rap, but I'm not gonna chat about, you know, who's popping in American rap like I will with UK, because I don't know I don't know the insides outs and stuff like that.
But who is like your guy in America?
But my American artists, so this year, Kendrick Lamar, Joey Badass, Denzel Curry, Joyner Lucas, those are like my
you're on a lyrical thing.
I don't like the Lils and the Youngs and whatever they're called. Like, I listened to Lil Baby's new album and I just thought,
I rock with them.
Shout out the Lils and the Youngs. I don't write the Gunners, the Wonders, the whatever. Man, I don't do them stuff.
Lil Durk. Yeah, man. But Kendrick, I went to his concert.
Same.
O2, yeah.
Unbelievable.
How you find it?
It was unbelievable. Like so much. I think it almost needed to be explained a bit. Like I'd seen some videos explaining the concepts of it, and I was like, oh, that's why he's in a glass box. That's why he's got the puppet. Like I saw some, because you don't understand it too much, because you can't. Like, it's so much to take in. Like all the lyrics he's saying, the way he's delivering it, what all the people around him are doing, what the set looks like. There's so much to take in. I'm glad I saw some videos explaining it for me to realize how clever it was. Maybe he could have done a better job of actually like explaining it or whatever, but I guess that's for like, I feel like that's for the fans, the arty people to like actually take in. But
I think it's better when you can dissect it. Like he doesn't say nothing, you just dissect
you get your own meaning out of it.
Yeah, get your own meaning out of it, because there's no right
answer. That's where it is, like the art, you know what I mean?
There's no right answer.
But I think Kendrick Lamar was just one of them.
I found the concert really good. I mean, I like this. He's the first conscious act I saw live, innit? And just seeing them songs that mean something be performed live. Like you said, when you hear something live, it hits a bit deep. You know what I'm saying? When you like count me out live, you're like, yeah, I love when you count me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're proper, like, you're proper meaning the song. You get me?
My only one of my only things is that he's got so many bangers that like he only played some of them. He only did like a verse or like it was a mashup, and I'm like, nah, bro, I want to hear the whole song. Like, and sometimes it annoys me when artists are so big that they got such a big catalog that you're like, I'm never gonna see actually like do this whole album or like whatever. So
what, you went Did you go Joey Badass's concert?
I didn't, man. I didn't get tickets. It sold out too quickly, man. But
that would have been sick. Did
you go?
No, I didn't go, but I wanted to go. But I'm not a Joey Badass fan until this year. So I literally
the tape he dropped this year, but also All American Badass was. That's the album that got me into him, and then I like exploded.
When was that? He dropped 99.
That was 2017.
Crazy that album, man. 1999.
Apparently, he was 17 when he dropped that.
Like, he was young, bro. Young, and imagine collabing with like guys like my mind's just completely gone blank, but there's a guy in America that used to rap with Capital Steez. He's another one, crazy rapper, man.
I ain't got a signal down there, but yeah, Joey Badass is like.
Yeah, man, it's elite. Like, and he's a real artist because he's not even just doing the rapping thing. He's doing acting thing as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's a sick actor.
Power.
He's on Power, Raising Kanan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I need to watch that, man.
Yeah,
I watched Power. I remember Kendrick Lamar had a little rogue feature in Power.
Oh yeah.
That was jokes.
No, Kendrick's thing. Kendrick is gonna be one of them ones to be remembered as well. Like
that's like one of the best to ever do.
So Kendrick, J Cole.
J Cole, I like J Cole. I didn't like his last album too much.
The Off Season, was it called?
Yeah. The first song, I was like, oh my gosh, this is sick, and then it just sort of like.
Oh, you like the proper barsy kind of rap.
Yeah,
you like rap. Cause that first song was it 95.
Yeah, that song, unbelievable, and then it's sort of like lost its like I don't know, but I like J Cole. Yeah, I like certain albums, like Travis Scott, I probably aren't like the biggest fan of his whole catalogue, but like Astro Hot.
Certain songs, yeah. That was a good time when that dropped, man.
So would you ever do like content at like, for example, like Rolling Loud, Portugal and things like that? Like, would you ever go there?
I would definitely go there. Like, I'm hoping that I can get to the point where people will send me there. Like, so I don't have to, like, you know, try and get the tickets and the accommodations. So, like, I'll get that pattern from you, then I can make the content there. But I definitely, like, I've gone to a lot of festivals and I've made content there, and I do enjoy that side. And I do like festivals in that you see artists you've never seen before. And again, like I said, seeing the music perform live is something else. Like,
Are you would have to go to the front or the back?
It depends, you know. Like, when I used to go to all these grime concerts, me and my boys would get there like whenever we get there, but we would actively try and start the mosh pits or we'd find them, because then what they'd do, the mosh pit open, we would just sprint to the other side, and that's how we'd slowly make our way to the front. Literally, we were so smart of it, and you know, you snuck a bottle of vodka in your pocket, like all them ones, like we would properly experience them grime ones. Like, I remember when I saw Kano in 2016, which was like arguably one of the best concerts I've ever been to, because like I love Kano so much. It was the first time I saw him. It was the Made in a Manor tour. I remember like just getting right to the front, and you know, he's dapping up the crowd, and I'm like, yo, touch my head. Like, I was a proper fanboy. Yeah. But
you met him?
I have met him. So funnily enough, I technically work for him. He has a rum, like he has a white rum called Duppy White, which is part of a bigger company called the Duppy Share, which I work for. So I've met him twice, but both times have been like a work occasion, and he's not like properly. And they've also been like parties that we've been throwing. So it's not properly. I've not properly met him.
Yeah, it's not a one-to-one chat.
I've just said hello, shook his hand, whatever.
Yeah.
I've done a shot of him as well. I've done a shot of his rum, which is quite a special moment. That's hard. But yeah, like, so Kano, I've met, but I want to meet in like a. I chat about music. You make music capacity. He's one of them artists that even though I've met him, I want to like properly meet him. Same with Rich 32 as well.
He's a good one.
He's like one of the guys that got me into the UK rap scene in the first
I've seen him. Have you watched like a video of Rich 32 record? Like, it's probably
his recording process.
Yeah, bro.
He's like almost like Denzel Curry does it in America,
from scratch.
Rich will just have the beat playing, and he says like, I need the right people in the room. Like, he doesn't. And he'll just like be like walking around the room mumbling apparently to the beat. He'll just hit it, he'll mumble. Then he'll start spitting it to someone, and if they're like feeling it, he'll just go in the booth and lay it. And he's like, sometimes I forget it. I'll spit a whole verse, go into the booth, forget it. He's like, I don't know, it wasn't meant to be. Sometimes he'll like, I can't fathom like writing a whole song that works, that also contributes to a whole album I can't fathom how he does that.
I think the creativity of artists is very underrated.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, we know they're creative, but we don't actually deep to create
how
like
much it takes.
A banger, to create like an amazing piece of like,
given how fast music comes out, like, we don't appreciate how much goes into the music.
And I've seen people dropping, like we talked about this in the last episode, but I've seen people dropping documentaries with their pieces of music, and I think that's definitely a good thing to do. Like, Potter does it, and it's sick, man, because even just listening to the music, you're not gonna really like appreciate how long and all the effort and time it took to make the actual album, innit? But the documentary is sick. It gives you a proper good insight into how it's made.
Yeah. And that's why I want to get into interviewing artists, purely for selfish reasons of wanting to know how they. I want to pick their brains. I want to know how they work, how they process it. Like when Dave drops certain bars, and you're like, yo, that's got 3 different meanings. Like, did you mean that? Was that an accident? Did you when you're writing a verse, you're like,
oh, Dave means it.
I know. Dave, how does he think of it? That's what I want to know. Like, how do you
Dave means it. Dave means
it. Yeah, for someone who is, how old is Dave? He's
25.
24. Yeah, so our generation.
24, yeah.
Yeah, our generation. Yeah, it's crazy to think that. Like,
Dave was ahead though.
And Dave was doing that age 16, 17.
Yeah.
Like when he was 16, he was just ahead of everyone.
You could
16.
tell his
he was just a bit
different.
Bro. Like from his black box to his Pharaoh in the booth, bro. The guy was just a lyrical
Big
monster.
Clavish also gives me that kind of energy in it. Like a young guy who's just rapping years before.
Yeah, he can rap. Like he can actually
you
rap.
Get me? Like years ahead of his time. Sorry, is what I'm trying to say.
He can actually rap. You get what I mean? And it's refreshing hearing that. But I feel like it's refreshing hearing that. Just guys bar out. I think there needs to be more of that. I do miss that element. 'Cause I think when it comes to barring, I think UK is better than America right now.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like there's certain artists that are like, like if you were to put like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, there's obviously the standouts.
On average,
on average,
we don't do the like rhyming things with like we don't do that. We don't do that here, innit?
We rap.
Yeah, and I think it's you said it once. You said it once on the episode. I think it's because like over here the culture in the UK is you stay in school till at least
16.
Like you're 16, innit? But in America, it's like these guys will drop out of school in like fourth grade, fifth grade. Like, you're a youth at them times, innit?
So we can actually say, like, Potter said something. He was like, getting money's my prerogative. I'm like,
prerogative? Like, what?
Who taught you that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I know. I feel like I learned when I listen to Dave. I feel like I learn new words.
Literally.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Dave's got a bar at the black music. They call it urban. It gets euphemized urban. I said, what the hell are you just saying? Like, what are you just saying that song? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, Dave's, yeah, bro. Dave, he dumbs it down sometimes for the songs. Like, but even Streatham, like cutting through bricks at the 118, like the boss.
So many meanings of that. Yeah,
crazy.
But with Dave as well, like I saw it in an interview with him, like an old one. He used to read the dictionary when he was younger. He used to just read the dictionary and learn a new word every day. And it's like, that's crazy. That's just a little hobby you had when you were younger, and it has made you one of the world's best artists. It's ridiculous.
At that time, he probably never knew that this was going to be his destiny in his future.
Yeah, it's mad. And obviously, when you like know Dave's story as well, know everything he's been through, which we know through listening to his music. Yeah. To articulate that in the way he does, it's like wow. Like,
I think that provides. I think that comes from just having space, because that's why he takes his breaks and that. I feel like to make stuff of that depth, you cannot be here every day.
You
can't be about that all the time.
Yeah, because you can't be out here living like just in whatever, like the busyness of a city, and then also try and make some real.
Did you watch the Trevor Nelson interview with Stormzy? He was chatting to Trevor Nelson that for his album, like he just went to like some deep in Essex, and there's a video of him, he's just riding his back with his like producing team in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like,
Stormzy.
Yeah, I'm like, that's hard,
Yeah, he literally just had everyone around him that's gonna help him make the music around him,
and then we're just gonna go
and no one else. Yeah,
far away.
I respect it, and obviously you have to be of a certain level to be like, you have to be Stormzy to be able to do that. Like, I can't be like, yo, I'm dropping a mixtape, I'm flying up. Like, I can't do that. But it's like,
but
takes a lot to make that music.
Lastly though, let's compare Spotify Wraps,
yeah.
Before we go, I want to see.
Okay.
What's going on? Like top 5, like what's everyone saying? Like, we'll let you go first, did it?
I'm gonna need. Hopefully, I took a screenshot because I've not got signal down here.
Oh yeah.
I will have taken a screenshot,
but you don't remember the first one too?
The first artists or songs?
No, I was.
Wait,
okay, we'll say it. Top 5 songs, top 5.
The main page, innit?
Okay, so songs. Number 1 was Starlight by Dave. Makes sense to me because it came out in February, so I've been listening to it all year. The rest of them are like, I'm surprised by it. So number 2 is Tuggy Season Interlude by Notes on Take Notes 2. Okay. Which is Rogue. Right. I love this song, but I did not know I love it this much.
Yeah.
Okay.
A Random Notes Interlude, number 2. Hard song, but again, this dropped in 2018. Yeah. Number 3 is Mona Lisa, Lil J and SARS, the Afrobeat song. It's just, my opinion is like one of the most beautiful songs in the world. Again, didn't know I love it this much. Again, came out a while ago. Number 4 is Vice City from XXXTentacion.
Oh, gee, yeah, that's the old thing.
It's old, but it came onto Spotify this year, so I think I re-listened to it. Yeah, they made a tape, like a best of, I don't know, they made another tape of his, it was literally just his best hits. Yeah. Like on Spotify that weren't on there
Pretty sure
before.
that's one of his first ever songs.
I think it was his first song, you know.
Yeah.
I think it was his first song.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
I love that song, man. Number 5 is Disaster by Dave and J Huss. So
Ooh,
I was
okay.
so surprised at how only one of these songs came out this year, and this is my
Oh,
my
see,
top
you
five.
can go back. You hang on to
I think it's pretty much the same with mine as well. My first song is In My Sleep by Pot of Paper. That's off Thanks for Waiting, innit? When did Thanks for Waiting come out?
Last
2022?
Last year.
2021.
2021, I believe, because Training Day came out 2020.
Yeah.
I said 2020. The second one, Mac and Cheese by Frank Equa. That's a banger. I think that came out this year, innit? That's on the Percocet beat.
I don't think I
The
heard
D-Block
that.
thing. Hard. Entrepreneur by Rimsey.
Cold.
yeah.
Big banger. The intro for Thanks for Waiting, Pot of Paper.
No
Cold.
surprises there.
Yeah, bro. Cold.
Yeah,
And
bro.
finally, Homecoming, Kanye West and the guy
Okay,
from Coldplay.
that's a
innit?
banger. Chris Martin, yeah, that is a banger.
Yeah, man.
That's hard still.
Big
Mad
banger.
Mad thing, yeah. Obviously, number 1, no interviews. Lil Durk. You get me?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tune, bro.
You got Count on Me, Youngboy, The Baby, Barbarian, Lil Durk, 4, Youngboy, Wagwan, 5, Expensive Taste, Youngboy. Now that's
Crazy. It's just straight US.
You know what it is, yeah? My Spotify doesn't do me justice, innit? Because I listen to 77,000 minutes, but because I've listened to 40,000 minutes of that, the 30,000 I'm banging on other stuff, but obviously, which is still
It
more
doesn't
than
get
most
put
man.
on.
It doesn't get put on there.
yeah.
I
You get what I'm
think
saying?
sometimes where it's slightly flawed is that like a song that comes out in January you listen to all year.
Yeah.
So your favorite song might have come out in September, but because you've only had like 2 months of the actual time to
Yeah.
listen to it. So yeah, like there was
Yeah.
definitely some songs that I banged in November so much I was like, this is one of my best songs of the year, and obviously it's in
It
the
doesn't.
cut,
Yeah,
but-
bro.
Yeah, because people like to me, oh, you don't listen to no UK. Listen, I'm probably like 30,000 of that, which is probably more than you listen to for the whole year. I'm banging UK,
Yeah,
man. You know
well,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's
Leave
true,
me
it's true,
alone.
actually.
But
Yeah.
what's your
Indeed.
top 5 artists?
So number 1, again, this confused me. Nines is number 1. This guy hasn't
Right,
dropped
yeah.
in since 2020, but he's my
Timeless-
number
timeless
one
music,
Timeless
bro.
music.
He's my
Timeless
number one
music,
artist.
Timeless
I think what it is that Nines has got music for like most of my moods, and like
Yeah.
a Nines song makes almost all my playlists.
What's your favorite Nines project?
I would say Crop Circles, but it's a toss up between that and Crabs in a Bucket.
Crop Circle's amazing.
Yeah, I think it is just like.
Crop Circles hard.
well-rounded project.
That-
But
Line
even
of
like when you
Fire
go
Part
back
5.
in like even like his From Church Road to Hollywood, like
Yeah, the
bangers, like,
mixtapes
he's
yeah,
got-
to me are my favorite, but in terms of his album, Crop Circles.
I think with the mixtapes you have to listen to them back to back. It's Crop Circles and like the albums you got standalone songs, but also cold
Yeah,
albums.
the mixtapes just flow through. It's mad.
Nine's number 1, Dave number 2, Kendrick Lamar number 3, J Huss number 4, and Notes number 5. Again, Notes.
You love Notes, innit?
Apparently, yeah. I do. I think it is just like thing is I don't even like new Notes. Take Notes 1, Take Notes 2, cold, and then a couple songs.
Oh,
this
you
year.
said Afro Swing was your thing, though, innit?
Yeah, and then he dropped out free the album. I didn't rate it. It's funny. I didn't rate it as much. As I love Notes. I didn't rate it.
I
But
feel
Take
for
Notes
him.
1
Like,
and 2.
he kind of like I hope he'll get it back. 'Cause he seems to love music.
He's rumored he's dropping Take Notes 3, which I wanted to drop because 1 and
Yeah.
2 were cold for me. But yeah,
What about you, top 5 age?
All right, you know
Pot
what?
of
I'm not
Paper?
even going to tell you my top one. Guess.
Pot of Paper.
Yeah, Pot of Paper, first one. Second one, Kodak Black.
Okay.
Hard. Third is Nines. Fourth is Drake. Now, this surprised me a lot, innit? I
I
can't
saw
lie,
Drake in
bro.
a lot of my top 5.
Yeah. and
He's
I
just
saw-
that artist, isn't it? He's so
I saw a
big.
tweet. It was like people will chat shit about Drake all year, and then he'll be in your top artist. So yeah, that one.
He's just
personally.
like, even if you hate like 60% of his songs, he's still got bangers.
still
like,
got bangers, yeah,
he's
that's
got
the
so
thing,
many
innit?
songs that like
He's a
someone loves
soundtrack.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
bro.
soundtrack to our generation.
Yeah.
Like we
And
were
the fifth
saying.
was Rimsey.
Okay. Rimsey's take this year, like one of the best.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, wicked,
honestly,
wicked,
Rimsey
wicked.
is so cold, man.
My thing, number 1, Youngboy. Number
No
2,
surprises.
Yeah, that's my goal. Number 2, Lil Durk. Number 3, Chris Brown. Number 4, No Cap. 5, Kondo Rondo. So it was American,
okay.
but my top genre, UK hip hop. This is what I'm saying.
That's
like,
weird, innit?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love how
saying.
mine is like just 5 different ways to say UK rap for the top genres.
Yeah, be like UK pop,
UK
rap,
urban,
rap,
yeah,
UK urban,
hip hop,
UK East
rap.
London swing. Like it's just mad. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm
literally.
saying, bro. Bro, but yeah, no, that's for coming on, man. So yeah, shout out
bro,
your
this was
socials
sick
again, man.
episode.
Yeah, check me BTB Media on TikTok. Or I'm due to change up BTB Max, but BTB Media for now.
Yeah.
Instagram BTB Max, YouTube BTB Media.
Tell them.
Get me all them places. Yeah, dropping all content about UK rap.
Come
So
on.
yeah, love for having me, guys. Appreciate
Love
it.
for coming on, my boy. And yeah, that's Nothing But Music Pod. Hussein.ma and Blog by Benzo.
Blog by
Go do that
Benzo.
up. We'll catch you, man, next week, innit? In a bit.
Jeez.
Hard episode, man.
It's a hard episode. No.
So what are you doing? So you got another hour of shooting. You're gonna do another
hour,
episode.
yeah. Probably a solo thing.
Yeah.
Then we're there, man.
Ready up, good mark. I see it.
Who did you have on the first one?
What's your Insta, bro?
I'll take it. Yeah, that's me, bro. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, wait.
Oh man, I'll leave that.
Yeah, well, I'm on page 2, innit?
Oh my days.
Nice. Who did you have on the first one?
His UK Music Hub.
UK
runs a
Music
blog
Hub,
page.
innit? I met him on fucking P45 streams and our hands things.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
I'm not even hungry after all that, you know.
What you say?
I wasn't even hungry after all that morning on the train. That's real.
Why the only one who's freezing in this room?
It's a bit chilly, but
Freezing in here, bro.
This guy does you
Crazy.
eat to eat, fam.
Gee, literally.
In the blood of the pause. Really. Oh gosh. Are you from around here then?
I'm from South. I'm from Tooting.
Oh, Tooting, Southwest.
Yeah. I work around here, so I'm familiar with the area.
Tooting's not far from here on the train.
No, I think it's
South
like, yeah,
west,
40
west,
minutes.
innit?
Right,
Yeah.
It's alright.
He's gonna want to do sponsor me.
Swear down. Do you want to roll it by yourself?
You know I'm not gonna roll. That's my remember I choked myself that time.
Yeah, I heard that. You got one? Oh, come on.
Oh, thank you, hero. Yeah, I think I R1 short. Yeah, we used to take a picture before we go in it. Oh yeah, you thought it was break time? I was joking. Yeah, we used to take a picture before.
How long have you guys been doing this then?
Yeah.
Oh, so you do it at uni, yeah?
No, finished uni now.
Finished uni now,
Started
Yeah, we
back.
started it back at uni.
We'll say like a year consistent, yeah. But like, the hardest thing with uni work, everything. consistency.
Uni is just like you're punching the face. Right?
What did you do at uni?
I did economics.
Okay.
Where did you go to uni?
Bristol.
Oh, that's
Okay, it's not too far, yeah.
You got something. I'm in the middle. Yeah.
What do you reckon, Bristol?
Is amazing. I got friends living there and it's way better. Like there's way more plants and that.
Oh, yeah, I'm already there. Sorry.
That's why she's getting a lot. There's
Yeah,
at
I'm
least 20 there, bro.
already. Oh, already.
That one is good.
No, I'm looking at the school kid. Let me just hey, listen. I want to roll that around this couch.